Mike the Disgruntled Mechanic here. Today's project in the Disgruntled Mechanic's garage is a chainsaw. As a matter of fact, it is the Husqvarna 455 Rancher E series. There you go. Get a better picture of it, I guess. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a better picture of it here and show you what's wrong with it and what it is that I will be attempting to fix. So what this particular model of chainsaw has is what they call a Toolless chain tensioner. That's what I've heard it called. I don't know. When I bought it, I didn't know what you actually called it. So what the premise is rather than loosening up your nut or two nuts here and going in and tightening up the screw with the tool to get your chain tension, the idea is all you have to do is take this, loosen it up to get it loose, and then roll this tensioner, which, as you can see, mine no longer works no matter how loose you make it. So there is definitely something in there that isn't right. So let's get in here and we will show you. Oh, I have to clean the crud out. But let's get down to this. What there is when you turn that wheel, which I'm turning the wheel now, this will move. Okay, you can see it's moving when it's not in the saw. Now, I'm not too sure what's causing this, but what I did notice is this is not supposed to be burnt and rubbed like that, which just from years of use, I've had this saw a while, like most of my tools. But it actually has this just all screwed up, and I don't think it can keep enough tension on it. Plus this tab right here, it doesn't have the tension down that it should to help hold the whole assembly when it's on the saw. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this apart and we're going to replace this plastic or nylon part, whatever it is. We're going to replace that, and then we're going to take this cover off, because in here on the one end of this is a little, I don't know, I forget what it's called, but your stem actually goes into it, and I'll take it apart and I'll show you, but I got a new one of them also. So let's go to it and see if we can get this thing back to its original shape. Okay, what I was trying to remember for that part that was inside there is the bearing sleeve. I thought it was bearing something, but okay, so that is the bearing sleeve. So let's take this, we'll take that apart and we'll show you what there is. So we'll take this screw out of here, take that cover off. And it's probably hard to see. It probably is hard to see. Might be a little hard to see, but there is that little rubber, that little bearing. I don't know if it's nylon, rubber, but we'll pull that out when we pull this whole assembly off. But we're going to take this part off next. We'll set that to the side. And I had to replace this part. That's what started all this. This little nib here broke off, so I had to replace this whole part, because you can't just buy this piece with the little nib on here that slides on the screw adjuster. Of course, you have to buy the whole thing. It's all one sealed thing. So that's what started this all. But now this should come out. Now it's out. So I don't know, it feels like a nylon or something. So we'll take this out And it's pretty well cleaned up. I'm going to clean it up a little more, and then we'll start putting the pieces back in. So here's this little bearing piece, bearing sleeve. So all this is going to be new, so I certainly hope that this works. Alrighty. I know the other one had a lot more play in it. I don't know if it's because it was old or if they just decided to make it out of a different material. But that definitely has a lot less play in it. Alright, so we'll put this cover back on because we can do that. And if I'm not 100% sure if this doesn't work, I think I would have to buy a whole new cover assembly here, the whole thing. So I think there we got that on. So the next thing is this part, which is the cover lid. So looks better anyhow. Don't know if it'll work any better, but it looks better. All right. So does it roll any better? Well, yeah, there didn't seem to be as much play in it. I guess there's really only one way we'll know, right? We'll have to put her on and see. Alright, well, let's just put the whole assembly together. Like so. And we'll put this back on to hold it. We'll only tighten her up so tight. And let's just see how this rock and rolls. Well, you see, it works better than what it did. That's for sure. But man, it still just turns hard. I'm old school. I like doing it the old way. I just bought this saw because I got a good price on it new. Didn't really care that it had this. I think it was something new and fancy and spectacular. But let's see if we can tighten her up more. I was just never really impressed with it. But that did seem to fix it and make it better. You just got to push so damn hard sometimes. So, well, it works. Maybe it'll work itself in a bit. But anyhow, there it is. So it's all back together and on, and it does work. Well, so there you have it. That is replacing some parts on the Husqvarna 455 Rancher E series. If you're having problems with the Toolless adjuster, this very well may help you out. It made a difference on mine, just replacing the worn parts. So this is Mike the Disgruntled Mechanic saying, just remember, if you can get somebody else to do it, you're probably better off. Thanks for watching. See ya.
Oh, you dirty, rotten bull! How could you break off? You dirty, rotten mother! Oh, dirty, rotten! How dare you break? Oh, I can't believe it broke off! Not again! Oh, man alive! Son of a... Oh, I can't believe it broke off! Jesus! No wonder I'm the disgruntled mechanic!